Hey guys, it's me again, British Therians, coming to you with another video. Now in today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about my life. Just like a brief run over of what my life is like and how it's been like for the past few years, I don't know. When I say few, I mean more like freaking 20 years. A brief rundown of each stage, I suppose you might say. But first I'm going to show you my outfit from this angle, from different angle. My Therian sort of outfit for today. So I've worn a similar outfit to this before, as you know, but with a different top. So it's this top again like in the last video. Same shorts with these tights, rainbow tights. And this time my big tail. Because the last time I wore the similar outfit with the other hoodie and these tights, I was wearing it with my other tail and my other ears. Not this tail and ears, so I will show you. I just realised I've not turned this on, have I? This. So I don't know whether you just press it or do you just press and hold it, I don't know. I don't know what you do, unless it's run out of battery by now. Oh, there we go. Right, it's doing its test. It always does a test. Okay, so now it's on. Hooray. I got a bag with my stuff in. Hello, I'm here. This is still nice and it's still warm enough. It's borderline going cold now though. I got my paws this time, yay! Remember that dance? Is that Carol again? I've just seen her today. She's come out again. Carol is my farmer friend. He used to think my whole wolf persona was really cool back when I was 17. She was a friend of mine, an older lady. She was about 60 at the time when I was like 17. And we were great friends. We used to go out together, used to hang out. We used to go to the local town together, as well as have walks around here and the canal and stuff. And she used to come for visits, and we used, me and my mum and her went out together as well to another local town, Hyde. Oh, and Staley Bridge. They're like local towns to me. And there where I'm hoping that I'll find some therians nearby. So I'm not going to tell you my exact town that I am from, but when I say town, I mean like town centre though. When I said nearest town, like we went to the nearest town together, I mean shopping centre town. So this is like a town where I'm from here, but it's not really a shop. There's not like a shopping centre. The nearest shopping centres to me are the places I've just mentioned. Like I say, outside Manchester. So Manchester itself, as in the city, is far away from me, but we come under Greater Manchester around here. So it'd be nice to meet some therians who were like local to me. So in and around Manchester. Tameside, that sort of area. That'd be great. Alright, I'm gonna make the serious video now, sorry about that. So 5 minutes of just doing silly things, showing my outfit off. But you guys know that I like to show off my outfits. Here we go again, where we get interrupted about 1,000,000 times because of people going past and me not wanting, because people just look at me like I've got 2 heads or something. So cute, aren't they? So please stop looking over there. One of the things that I must tell you, like an update site thing, is I think I did a video at some point, which I just found because I went through my videos, and there was a video where I said it was titled "Why I Can't Do Quadrupedalism Anymore," as in walking on all fours. And I will admit, I didn't mean it when I said I would never do it again. I do it, I practice, I try and do like a bit every day so that my body doesn't become too used to not doing it. Because I suppose if you don't do it for a while, your body sort of like forgets how to. So when you do it again, can you please look over here? Thank you. At my age, if you don't do something like that for a while and then start doing it again, you can sort of, when you start doing it again, get aches and pains, especially if you do too much too soon. So if I was to not do it for a while and then did it again after a while, I would have to do just like a little bit, like a few minutes, like maybe 5 minutes of it. And I have kind of been doing it more often lately. Like when I go up to exercise, I do it in that particular room, my mum's bedroom, which is like the cleanest room in the house and the most spacious sort of flooring in the house. So I would not do it on any of the other floors now, because like the dog has peed on the floor when he was alive. Obviously he is dead now, he's no longer with us. But before he died, he did pee on the floor. He had some accidents. He peed on the floor a few times. Now he was trained not to, he was just really old, and I guess had incontinence and couldn't hold it for as long as he used to. Shit! One of the neighbours! I didn't realise he was there. He's just seen me. Fuck. Oh no. I didn't even realise he was there. I was busy looking at the camera. He was like right in front of me. I just saw him looking at me before he went in. This is such a pain in the ass. I know most of you watching this will be thinking, why don't you just make videos somewhere else where you won't get so distracted? And it's like, to be honest, this is the best place to do it. I don't like doing it anywhere else. I like doing it here. The lighting is perfect. The location is sort of perfect. Everywhere else is just like I'm in shadow. I don't know, I prefer doing it here. I'm just got to put up with the fact that people go by and I end up getting seen. Or if before I get seen I try and hide. This time not very well. He was right in front of me, like behind this camera. And he was looking at me and I didn't even realise. I'm just here talking away here and he's hearing me like talking to myself. And of course, the phone is to him looking that way, so of course he will think that I'm recording him. He won't realise I'm recording myself, so of course he'll be thinking that I'm recording him, and then he'll probably tell his parents, and then they'll probably hate me like everybody else does. Because, you know, I record. But, well, who cares? So, never mind. It's done. Let me get back to my story. I'll try. I will try do videos in future somewhere else. Like at the front there. I will try my best. Or at the, what about the bin? So I can put the camera on the bin. I will try and find a new location to do videos. I'm gonna take these off because my hands are kind of hot now, so. It's a hot day. It's very warm today. Not very, very warm. There's like a cool breeze and everything, but it's too warm to wear those paws too long. Actually, I felt warm with them on. Now I'm cold. As in my arms are cold. Believe it or not, this actually lets in more air, cold air, than wearing like short sleeves. Like the draft coming through a fishnet is terrible. Don't know if you guys find that. But anyway, so yeah, so as I was saying, sorry about that. What was I saying, by the way? I forgot. I kind of forgot. Oh no. Oh yeah, the quadrupedalism. Right, yes. So as you guys know, I've been doing quadrupedalism for ever since I was a little kid. Because I always used to pretend to be some kind of animal, especially of the canine variety when I was little. But I used to pretend to be all sorts of animals: lions, bears, dragons, horses, goats, dinosaurs, especially like pterodactyls and long necks and three horns. I used to love pterodactyls and three horns were always my favourite dinosaurs, so I used to pretend to be them the most. Pterodactyls were my favourites since watching The Land Before Time, where Petrie's uncle Toronto came, and I absolutely loved Toronto. He became my favourite character. He was just so distinguished and so like posh. He sounded really posh and everything, so I really liked him a lot. And I liked the fact that he was kind of evil, but not really like 100% evil. He was just a bit power hungry, you know, he wanted the power of that magical stone and everything. But he was kind of a bit caring. So I kind of liked that about him. It's a shame he got, you know, sentenced to like staying away from the Great Valley for such a long time. They didn't say like 5 years pretty much. I thought that was kind of sad. Anyway, so yeah, so I used to always pretend to be some kind of animal ever since I was a kid, but always usually mainly dogs. I used to like to pretend to be dogs the most. I remember my mum asked me one time, you want to, like, I don't know why we had this conversation, but we had this conversation whereby she asked me if I wanted to be treated like an animal, so I said yes, and she said, what kind of animal do you want to be treated as? And I said, when you quite finished? And I said, a dog. And it was like she was being sarcastic at first for some reason. Like she was being sarcastic because we were, you know, I'd obviously done something she didn't like and she was telling me off and stuff. But then it turned to be like serious, and I actually really enjoyed it, like being treated like a dog. So she treated me as the pet dog for a while. And I actually had to go to the toilet outside, but I pretended, I think. I just pretended. So yeah, I used to do that. So there was a time, it was kind of like semi-permanent, where she'd treat me like a dog at my request. And then after that, I guess it eventually stopped. And then eventually I asked her to do it again and, you know, protest. She did it. So that's a bit of my childhood for you, in experience with therian, like identifying as an animal sort of stuff. But you know, obviously I didn't know about therians when I was a kid. I learnt about therians when I was about 17, I think it was, when I first discovered therians. Well, it was Teen Werewolves first, and from there I discovered therians from YouTube. So of course, oh yes, I'm one of them. I'm a teen werewolf, because I really was a teen when I discovered them. But then when I discovered therians, I thought, well, that'll be me when I'm not a teen anymore. So what happened was, so a lot of people, I suppose therians, kind of look down on teen werewolves But teen werewolves, I think, are therians, like, as well. Because they seem to have similar attributes. So I think they are therians, but they call themselves teen werewolves because they're teenagers, and they think that's, I suppose, an appropriate sort of term for them. I think they're probably misunderstood. But a lot of therians, they think of teen werewolves as just people just doing a trend or thinking they're werewolves, you know. But I think they are, I think they've just sort of misrepresented. I think they're just like like they didn't realise that it was that they were therians, and they thought it was different. But it just felt, for me, it just felt right, you know, like the description of teen werewolf and therian. So it obviously must be similar. It must be related, so to speak. Please don't look over there. I'm actually trying not to show the house because it's just like really obvious where I live when it shows the house. Like with the background just being this, it just looks like any sort of wooded wilderness area. But when you see the house, it's kind of, you know, obvious where I live. Somebody's actually found it, you know, found where I live because of like the recordings where I've recorded the house and even the outside bit. That guy spotted me and he's like laughing to his mate about me, I think. I don't think they're like making fun of me or anything. I think they're just like shocked, like they didn't know what I was, so they were like, oh, ha 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 ha, so to speak. I think, I don't really know for sure if they're like laughing and talking about me or whether it's something else, but they were looking over here, or at least that guy. I don't know where the person in the car is looking because I can't see the person in the car. Well, this is on his own. I'm not really sure. Anyway, so so yeah, furries first. I discovered when I was 14. Then therians when I was about 70. Teen werewolves, sorry. Then therians. And I thought that sounds more me, especially coming out of teenage years. I think I actually discovered therians when I was 19, you see, or 18. I'm not sure. No, it can't have been long after, because I remember I was 17, so my 17th Halloween, when I first decided to dress as a wolf for that Halloween, and decided that, you know, being a wolf felt right to me. It felt like I did have this spiritual connection. I do have this, like, the spiritual connection of identifying with canine animals. Like I say, dogs. I've been a dog before, so my very first, I guess, therian animal was a dog, a German Shepherd it was. So that's what I was before I discovered furries, therians and all that. I just knew I felt like I identified as an animal, with an animal, you know. And a dog was it, a German Shepherd at the time. So I actually asked my mum to figure out what kind of animal and then like dog that I was, and she helped me, and she said German Shepherd. Her first one was actually Yorkshire Terrier, I don't know why, but after that it was German Shepherd. I think it's because I complained because I didn't feel like a Yorkshire Terrier. It didn't feel like me. It felt like I was a bigger dog. So I told my mum that, and then we were looking at dog breeds one day. I don't know why, but we were looking at dog breeds on the internet. And I remember saying to my mum, look at all these gorgeous dog breeds. And a Yorkshire Terrier is what you think I am. Like, there's way better breeds out there. No offense. I mean, Yorkshire Terriers are great. Don't get me wrong. I think they're so cute. They're so pretty, but it just didn't feel like me. I felt like I should. So that's when my mum sort of came to German Shepherd. So I was a German Shepherd after that. Now I couldn't do it myself because I just didn't know dog breeds. I didn't know many dog breeds back then. I mean, when my mum said Yorkshire Terrier, I had to look it up. And I had a book of dog breeds, and there was actually a German Shepherd in the picture. So I still didn't know which one it was. They both looked similar, black and tan. You had the little Yorkshire Terrier and then you had the German Shepherd like looking down at this dog, and I was like kind of hoping it's the bigger dog because the bigger dogs look cool. And I thought, no, it must be the smaller dog. It must be the smaller dog because terriers are smaller dogs, so, you know. Like, I didn't know anything about dogs back then. I was just like, it was just wishful thinking that I was hoping it was a German Shepherd that was the Yorkshire Terrier, even though I knew the terriers were like small dogs. Anyway, so stay tuned for, I've been rambling too much now and distracting, so now it's like a dead long video. So I'm going to make this a part 1 and I'm going to do a part 2. So you've now, in this video, you've learnt more about my childhood, when I started out sort of discovering I was an animal, which was pretty much since naught. Like, since I could start, like I could think, figure stuff out, walk and talk and stuff, I've always identified with it as an animal. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and stay tuned for part 2, okay?